Amidst the eerie static, the voice of Menglong's spirit seems to emerge, confirming he was murdered and exposing the real killer. At the same time, Taiwanese businessman Mr. 486 revealed shocking DNA results, while Yu's mentor, Sunday Ram, claimed that the late actor had appeared to him in a dream, pleading for justice through a grand exorcism ritual. On the stage in Foshan, Hua Chenyu used art to bid farewell to his friend, a silent funeral held under the storm of censorship. Behind it all, netizens uncovered a powerful red family, bearing the surnames Li and Ye, possibly deeply entangled in this tragedy. Was this merely coincidence, or part of a vast cover-up stretching from the entertainment world to the highest levels of politics? And the most haunting question of all, why did you have to kill me? Still echoes in the darkness, waiting for an answer. Let's dig into the truth today. Menglong's spirit reveals the killer, and DNA evidence emerges. A so-called psychic recording has spread across the internet like wildfire, titled Menglong EVP, uploaded by the YouTube channel 204 Archives. We don't need to dwell on its scientific validity for now. What matters is the social meaning and emotional impact behind it. In this eerie video, a team of spirit communicators gathers in what's described as a place full of anti-communist martyrs, a cemetery believed to radiate strong spiritual energy. There, they attempt to use a device known as EVP, electronic voice phenomenon, to capture supernatural electronic signals and allegedly communicate with Menglong's spirit. What exactly is EVP? It's been around for years, essentially a method of listening to ghosts. Practitioners use recording devices in areas filled with static or background noise, believing that spirits can manipulate those frequencies to form words or fragmented sentences when their energy is strong enough. At first, many viewers clicked on the video out of curiosity, but as the conversation unfolded, laughter turned into stunned silence. The psychic began by asking, "Excuse me, Menglong, can you reach me? If you can you tell me where you were born?" Through the static, a faint yet distinct voice replied, "Urumqi." The entire room froze. That was correct. Menglong was indeed born in Urumqi. The psychic continued, "Which role did you play in Eternal Love, 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms?" Again, the device crackled, and a whisper came through, "Bai Zhen, fourth brother." That matched perfectly. But what came next sent a chill down everyone's spine. "Little you," the psychic asked gently, "can you tell me, did you take your own life, or were you murdered?" This time there was no hesitation. The voice came firm and clear, "Murdered." Then the questioning grew sharper. "Was Song Yiren one of the people who harmed you?" "Yes." "Was Tan Chi the mastermind behind your death?" "Yes." When asked whether the case's cover-up involved high-level government officials, the answer again was affirmative. And when asked whether the company that spoke publicly under his mother's name was being controlled by someone behind the scenes, the answer, once more, was yes. But the most heartbreaking parts came at the end. "Do you have anything to say to those who hurt you and to those covering up the truth?" After a long silence, the device emitted a voice, trembling and anguished. "Why did you have to hurt me?" Then came an even more devastating exchange. "Are there still people involved who haven't been exposed yet? Can you tell me their name?" After a brief hesitation, the reply came, "If I speak, you will die." Then, another chilling warning followed, "Don't trust anyone." That last message felt like a warning from the spirit world itself, a sign that the forces behind the crime are so powerful that even the dead fear them. And yet, through that terror, you can still sense Menglong's kindness. Even as a wronged spirit, his first thought seemed to be protecting the living who were trying to uncover the truth for him. Another explosive revelation came from Taiwanese e-commerce entrepreneur Mr. 486, real name Chen Yan Chang. He cited sources inside China claiming that, during Menglong's autopsy, traces of semen from multiple men were found in his rectal cavity. I cannot verify this information independently, but considering what we know about the moral corruption within China's elite circles, it aligns disturbingly well with logic and common sense. It suggests that Menglong was treated as a plaything, brutally assaulted before his death. When the Taiwanese psychic later asked Menglong's spirit what his fans could do for him, the reply was just 2 words, "Light a lamp." Netizens interpreted this as referring to the rebirth lamp, often lit in temples, filled with oil, burning for 49 days, symbolizing a prayer for the deceased soul to find peace. Perhaps that is what he longs for most now. Ji Guangguang's powerful family and his husband revealed. According to the latest evidence provided by netizens, there is a high probability that Ji Guangguang's parents are Li Xiaoyang, the second son of former Chinese Premier Li Peng, and Ye Xiaoyan, granddaughter of Ye Ting. In other words, the official record stating that Li Xiaoyang and Ye Xiaoyan had only one daughter, Ye Dandan, is inaccurate. Ji Guangguang is actually Ye Dandan's older brother. Netizens have provided the photo you see on the screen. The two adults in it can be identified as Li Xiaoyang and Ye Xiaoyan, especially Ye, whose facial features have changed very little. The child in Ye Xiaoyan's arms, though very young at the time, is recognizable as the Ji Guangguang we know today. From this, it can be inferred that the little girl in Li Xiaoyang's arms is Ye Dandan. This is a photo of the Li family of 4 in their younger years. Rumors online claim that Ji Guangguang has now fled overseas. Any video or post comparing Ji Guangguang's appearance with that of Li Xiaoyang or Ye Xiaoyan is immediately deleted. What does that tell us? If he were not a descendant of high-ranking Communist Party officials, if he were not Li Peng's grandson, why would the party be so desperate to suppress information about him? The more they fear exposure, the more we must reveal and continue to uncover the truth. People still remember this photo. After Yu Menglong's incident, when police arrived at the scene, someone took a photo showing a man in a white shirt holding hands with another man wearing glasses, a black t-shirt, and black shorts. Later, another photo appeared. The man in black had his hands in his pockets, walking away alone with his head down. From the back of the man in white, it was confirmed to be Ji Guangguang. But as for the man in black, some said it was Chen Qingsong, nicknamed Red Hair. Others said Xin Qi, but none of these claims were confirmed with evidence. Now, netizens believe the mystery has finally been solved. That man was Shi Yitao, Ji Guangguang's husband, and he is also gay. However, some users on Xiaohongshu have dug up old photos of Ji Guangguang suggesting he may have been married before, possibly even with a daughter. This cannot yet be confirmed, but online rumors claim that Shi Yitao is bisexual, something he himself once publicly acknowledged. According to information unearthed by netizens, Shi Yitao lives in Sunshine Shandong Community, in Unit 101, Building 26 of the Andusheng Group Complex. Insiders note that the direction in which Shi Yitao was seen walking in the photo matches the path from Building 18 to Building 26. Additionally, Shi Yitao reportedly owns at least 2 other properties in the same community, in Buildings 6 and 10. Shi Yitao, a 47-year-old from Zhamadian, Henan Province, is the legal representative and major shareholder of Beijing Yuchishan Culture and Media Co., as well as the founder of A26 Art Space. Among the 17 suspects listed in connection with the case, Jiao Maiqi appears as an artist under Yuchishan. Netizens also discovered that Shi Yitao had helped organize celebrity art exhibitions, including the solo photography exhibition of Yu Menglong. At the time of Yu Menglong's death, the Beijing 798 Art Center was hosting his exhibition titled Unfinished Editing. It was originally scheduled from September 6 to 12, but on the 5th day, the tragedy occurred. As early as June 6, Yu Menglong had posted on Xiaohongshu to promote the exhibition, writing, "Final battle on Xiaohongshu." Yet after his death, someone, identity unknown, logged into his account and deleted that post. Reportedly, all related information has since disappeared. Some people are reminded of Leslie Chung, Zhang Guorong, the world-famous cantopop icon whose fatal fall years ago left countless mysteries and sorrow. Netizens were stunned to discover that Chung had starred in a film called Red Lovers, Hongse, which was financed by Yi Daing, grandson of communist leader Ye Ting. Yi Daing, now identified as one of the senior figures implicated in the Yu Menglong case, is the maternal uncle of Ji Guangguang Ming. There have long been rumors that Leslie Chung was gay. As for Yi Daing, his personal orientation is unknown, but his grandnephew, Ji Guangguang, has already been publicly revealed to be gay. Why does the shadow of this red family repeatedly surface in the tragic, mysterious deaths of top-tier artists? Is it mere coincidence, or part of a secret, long-running preservation project hidden within the family over decades? We cannot say for certain, but the question alone is enough to send chills down one's spine. Yu Menglong's close friends and mentor are threatened. On September 20th, during a music festival performance in Foshan, singer Hua Chenyu projected a haunting scene on the big screen behind him. A white human figure falling helplessly from above, followed by a massive black hand appearing and casually tossing the figure down. Then, a kaleidoscope shattered, fragments scattering into pieces. Many viewers believed these were coded symbols, Hua Chenyu's silent artistic tribute, hinting at the mysterious death of Yu Menglong. Hua Chenyu and Yu Menglong shared a deep bond. They lived together in the same dorm during the 2013 season of the talent show Superboys, before either had debuted. Back then, both were struggling nobodies. On the night Yu Menglong was eliminated, Hua Chenyu, already a front-runner for the championship, cried uncontrollably. He said, "From now on, we can't move forward together anymore. What am I supposed to do?" Yu Menglong had smiled and comforted him. "It's just an elimination, not death." No one knew that line would turn prophetic. More than a decade later, under the suffocating censorship of the Chinese Communist Party, Hua Chenyu could only hold a silent funeral for his friend, through the most artistic and most sorrowful performance of his life. It was both a brave memorial and a furious cry. Not long after Hua Chenyu's concert, a verified Weibo user with 250,000 followers suddenly began digging up Hua's personal history, reviving gossip about his past with Zheng Bichen and their daughter, and even using paid promotions to spread the stories. Everyone could see what this was. Not gossip, but a threat. It was the Black Hand warning him. "We made Yu Menglong jump, and we can make your daughter suffer too." Meanwhile, Yu Menglong's mentor, Sun Derong, chose another path to speak the truth, through what he called a dream visitation. He wrote on Facebook that Yu Menglong had come to him in a dream, crying for 5 hours and describing everything in detail. Sun Derong knew deeply that in Beijing, he had no way to seek justice, and might even disappear without return. So, he turned to Taiwan's spiritual traditions to demand justice for his beloved student. In both Taiwanese and mainland Chinese folk belief, Mount Juhua in Anhui is the sacred home of Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, Dizang Wang, the deity of justice and salvation. Those who are wronged often pray at Dizang temples to seek truth and fairness. Sun Derong went to Xinzhuang Dizang Bodhisattva Temple, where he publicly offered incense for Yu Menglong and reported his grievances. He then held a press conference, announcing that, using Yu Menglong's birth date and spiritual chart, he would organize a large-scale exorcism and memorial ritual. Even more shocking, he declared that he would invoke 8 divine generals from Taiwan's folk religion to hunt the killer through spiritual means. This, in essence, was a declaration of war from another dimension. When justice in the human world fails, he turned to the gods. When modern law proves powerless, he resurrected the old rites of tradition. But even across the strait, this act drew the wrath of the Black Hand. On Douyin, TikTok China, users noticed a disturbing trend. People had started marking October of this year as the date of Sun Derong's upcoming suicide. Faced with this naked threat, Sun Derong responded publicly by posting a non-suicide statement on Facebook. "I, Sun Derong, am in good health and harbor no suicidal thoughts whatsoever. If anything happens to me, it will not be an accident. It will be murder." By now, Yu Menglong's death has long transcended the bounds of an entertainment world tragedy. It has become a mirror reflecting the darkest crimes and moral decay within today's China. The inherited arrogance of the red bloodline, the boundless cruelty of the powerful, and the helpless fate of ordinary people, trampled and discarded like ants. The Chinese Communist Party has even dispatched internet trolls overseas to muddy the waters. Some foreign-based social media accounts began spreading false news, claiming that the case has been filed or the murderer arrested. But these are deliberate fabrications, attempts to dampen international attention. The screenshots you see are examples of these comment warriors at work, spreading disinformation. Ironically, their frantic efforts only prove one thing. Global attention has grown so great that the CCP can no longer ignore it. Now, more than ever, It's up to all of us to stay vigilant, to refuse to let the party's 50-cent army manipulate the narrative. What do you think of these latest developments? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.